Hi guys, welcome back for the third episode of Her Story and our search for the truth. The story has become more and more complicated, and I'm not sure what is true or not, but we can see some kind of pattern, and I've found 5 new entries, so we'll watch them.
Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No.
Okay, she seems sure about that. I'm still curious about whose body she found in the cellar, but I guess it was Simon.
Bruce? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
Yeah, that's a real common thing. Maybe it was Simon who fought back? Perhaps?
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know. Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Except for you, madam. And if he knew that much about mushrooms, and if he even grew them, why would he grow a poisonous mushroom? He would never mistake that for another. I don't think there are so many similar ones of the same description. So I think she put the poisonous mushroom in their food, maybe with other mushrooms. He would have never mistaken that one. And that, I think the police would have noticed, would have thought of, perhaps. Parents. Yes.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. He had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. Just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't had him either.
And I guess that were when Eve That must have been when Eve had killed him and put him in a bag, I guess. I wonder about that job of his.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Did she want her parents out of the way? Because she couldn't stand, as she said, living on the attic? So she wanted the house for herself, maybe?
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
I'm not sure I remember correctly, but did he leave? As she said, without his phone? When he disappeared?
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Who's Diane?
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
What? Didn't she work for her parents? Well, I know she did, but I wonder if she did when she was 17. I'm not sure of her age.
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a Glazier who doesn't have much money. I don't know. I don't know.
Diane, perhaps? Yes.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
An uncle? Diane?
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come in for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Okay, so Diane is Eric's, his boss, wife. I think my next search would be Eric and the Rock of the pub. Is she going to sing again?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Well, she seemed to know pretty much everything, but suddenly she doesn't know anything. Hmm. Uh,
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, black pants there. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
So he would have disappeared without the car and the phone.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
As I said, she knows a lot of stuff, a lot of things, many details of things she might not know. Really? Did they know each other so well?
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you have a murdering wife.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
A plumber, you say? Well, I could spell correctly. I have a cat on the keyboard, so I can't see half of the keys. I wonder what we should friends, perhaps?
No, he was a shizzy. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Whiskey Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid and bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Okay, I guess they invited her to stay at their place after he died. Either after he disappeared or after they found him dead. I'm not sure. What to search for? Friends. Work, maybe. See if we can work something out. Yeah, that was a dad joke, I know. We have only one new.
No, I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Okay, maybe we can get to know something more about the shop she apparently worked in. Is that
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Yeah, she did work at her parents', or the same place as her parents, but when she was at school, it doesn't specify the age. Can we get something?
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Yes, she did say that.
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months.
Us?
It was sad. But those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Wait. Did she refer to herself as us? It almost sounded like it was her and a baby, perhaps, but did she mean Eve and Hannah? Carl. I don't know if that has something to do with anything, but perhaps. Well, she have talked about him.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
No. She said he was 17 and she was 15.
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Yes.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys.
Guess that's Eve
Hannah
you're talking
liked a
about?
boy. I would have to pursue him.
Oh.
It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. And she had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Okay. But I guess that's why Eve... Because Hannah was the shy one. But she did say she was too shy to talk to him, and a friend introduced them, so she had to be Hannah at the point. But she also said she was Eve and Hannah moved in. I'm not sure here. She is very confusing, this one.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Okay, so Eve was obviously envious and angry at Hannah, and that's probably why she killed Simon, because of the envy. I wonder... Ooh!
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Nope.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Well, the detective is not under investigation, I guess, so...
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
I wonder if that was Eve who answered, because Hannah did have sex with a lot of people.
Why did your wife kill you? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
I guess that was Eve answering, and maybe Eve went away, so to speak, maybe not to Glasgow, but in her mind went away, and Hannah went away, and Eve killed him. So in her mind she wasn't there, but she was there as well.
Something was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We don't go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need.
Like Simon.
Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape. I think it was ours.
Yep.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people had been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in, as good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So,
She didn't seem especially upset about talking her husband's funeral.
it happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Well, isn't that a confession? I don't know. What is? I'm trying. I think that obviously was. Maybe if my cat would move her paw, maybe I can type something. Ooh.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
And that was the trip to Oxford. Can we find out something more about Oxford, perhaps? No?
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty.
Because?
If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I don't know.
Not putting poisonous mushrooms in the food?
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did they catch her there? I don't know.
And she was obviously talking about herself.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Share it, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me, and the Simon with her. It was almost like he was a different Simon. But...
Or a different her. Can we get the confession out of her? Can't spell today.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Well, maybe that was exactly why he was murdered. Because maybe he went to Oxford with Hannah and Eve did not like that at all. That's my guess. What to find out now? I guess I'll cut here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Maybe we can end this and find out, or maybe get a confession out of her. And I hope you have a great day. Bye!